and conspire make secret plan jointly to commit anything. It could be a lawful thing too, but in this case, unlawful or harmful act, and here also unlawful or harmful act. So this is conspire. Psalms 83 and three. Let me see. 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are federate against thee. What are they doing? This is a conspiracy. What does a conspiracy mean? It means make secret plan jointly. And what are they doing? And in this case, it is to harm. So, but what are they doing? They conspire together and have crafty counsel. Crafty is, cunning, trying to deceive you, trying to hurt you, harm you. This is the conspiracy. This is a conspiracy. And you have many more, because they confederate one another. They are confederate with one another, which is an alliance. Just the definition. Joined by an agreement or treaty. A person one works with, especially in something secret or illegal, an accomplice. So, yeah, you're confederate with them. This is a conspiracy. They conspire together. So, because people say conspiracy theory, okay. You don't see the theory here too, fucker? Because it says also theory, Big Bang Theory. They have a theory. You know what a theory is, stupid? It's this. I'm not talking to the people that know. Because I know them goddamn haters be... Let me leave that. People that talk shit watch too. But anyway, but I shouldn't pay attention to it anyway. The point is, a theory. Supposition? Or a system of ideas, that's the thing. Intended to explain something, especially one based on general principles, independent of the thing to be explained. Darwin theory. Boy, the thing is a theory, boy. It's with your mouth. Here, theory. It's speculation. You're talking spit. You don't know shit. You're just contemplating. You're basically just thinking. You don't know. Thoughtfully towards something. The action of looking thoughtfully. You don't know. You're just thinking it. Same thing with speculation. The forming of a theory or conjecture without firm evidence. This is it. Without firm evidence. You don't know what you're talking about. You're thinking. Like, is a woman a girl or is a man a girl? I don't know. I'm not sure. No. A woman is a woman. A girl is a girl. It's the same thing, but it's different. A woman is kind of older, and a girl is not really developed yet. But yeah, you can call a woman a girl, and you can call a girl a woman. Not really, actually, but you can still do it. But anyway, they're stupid. Because they think a man is a woman if he feels like it. But yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. But with the Big Bang Theory, they see it as real. Even though the word... That's what I'm telling you, man. These people have snake tongues, man. Like... Why are you trying to listen to them, You shouldn't listen to them. Look at what they're doing. Roll up your sleeves. And these are the Netherlands people. Where is it? It's the Dutch. Here, the Dutch scientists. That one. Dutch scientists carried out the controversial research to discover how easy it was to genetically mutate H5N1 into a highly infectious airborne strain of human flu. They did that. They already did that. They believe that the knowledge gained will be vital for the development of new vaccine. Oh my goodness. So you're going to make, you know what? I'm not even going to entertain that shit. I'm not going to entertain that shit. But you know what? These people are, I should say they're insulting your intelligence and stuff like that. But you will have people to be like, yeah, they're making a disease in order to help to help combat the other diseases, you know? If that makes sense, you know? Really, there's a movie called Highlander. Virus Scene. Oh, Highlander 2007, sorry. Yeah, this one. Search for Vengeance. And... oops, sorry. Yeah, this one. And it's on YouTube. The whole thing is on YouTube. It's multiple places on YouTube. I think it's this one. It's not just one place, it's multiple places. But I'm looking for a scene. I saw it already. Here it is.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
So I'm not gonna play everything. I don't want the thing to be like, hey, you copyright. No. What is she doing is she is threatening him like, give me the thing. Give me the vaccines. I mean the healing medicine vaccine thing, right? And then he didn't want to give it. And then she starts shooting up the place. And now you got afraid, like, look at his eyes, like, oh my goodness, what are you doing? And he went and he wanted to die for that one. He was like, fuck it, I'd rather die than let that shit catch me there. Don't break those glasses, man. And then he was like, what the fuck? I'll do what you want. Please don't shoot up that thing. You know?
For God's sake, stop firing!
For his God's sake. The God that he believes in. Stop firing, you know?
Did we lose viral containment?
Did we lose the viral containment? You know?
What was that about?
What was that about? Nothing. What? There's nothing. No, what's nothing? Right? Is he the cock of tongue? The Japanese know that these people are doing these things. And they're doing it too, by the way. Along with the Chinese. They all in cahoots with each other. But they disagree with each other on other fronts. So they fighting against each other for power and stuff like that. So they are alliance with each other, but they fighting amongst each other because the Most High set them up like that. Just like how the Northern Kingdom in the beginning, they was cool cat with each other. And then they started to fight amongst each other. Because first it was Northern and first Southern. And then they were banded together, first the Southern. And then they started to fight amongst themselves, tribes against tribes and stuff like that. And then individuals against individuals. And that broke down. And the same thing happened to Judah too. Then they started to fight amongst each other, and then they started to hurt. So Judites started to hurt other Judites and stuff like that. And then we fell too. So that's happening with them.
Put it in her.
Don't! You do that, and everyone within 50 miles dies.
You do that, then everyone within 50 miles dies. So?
No, it can't be. Son of a bitch. You've been making it all along right here.
You've been making it all along right here. And I saw this in 2007. I had no idea what I was looking at. Of course not. I didn't know. And now I know. Now, oh shit. I didn't see that.
Here. You've been making us sick, killing us.
You've been making us sick and killing us. But look at what the guy said.
I was under orders.
He was just following orders. But this
Do that.
is not the one. What he's about to say right now, that's the fun part.
Because this is how it is in Rome.
Because this is how it is in Rome. So she's bugging out talking about, this ain't fucking Rome, man. It is. It is Rome. And they know. The people that wrote this thing, this actually in the Japanese, I'm not sure if he said that. I'm not sure if he said that because I saw the Japanese too, but I forgot. But in the English, he said it. this is fucking wrong. What are you talking about? Because she doesn't understand. Because you watch it for yourself if you want to. I'll put the link in the description box so you check it out for yourself. But this is not good quality, of course. There's better quality and stuff like that. You can find it. I don't know. Maybe you could buy it and stuff like that. Stuff like this I want to buy because it's dope. It's manga, so I'll watch it. It's dope. If it's a movie or something like that, I would have downloaded it. Fuck Hollywood. But yeah, I'll just but you can find it. You can watch this here too and stuff like that. I'm talking about this one here. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. But these are the things that they do. They do these things. That's what these caucus people do. And what did the Heavenly Father say? Oh, sorry. What is it again? Matthew 24 and 7. For nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famine and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places. So pestilences in diverse places, famine in diverse places, earthquakes in diverse places, kingdom against kingdoms, and nation against race wars, nation against nations and stuff like that. It don't matter who's going to win, who's going to lose. It's going to be race wars. Nations are going to fight against nations. That's the point. That's just the point. It don't matter who lose. It's just going to be race wars. So I think I'm done. And let me go back to here. So, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the name of his number. No, the name of or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 636. Now, if you was around on the internet in like 2000s and stuff like that, and you saw all these what's those things called again? These social media outlets and stuff like that. You had all these usernames of these Edomites. They all had 666. You had a lot of, like, you would see Black Holy Night or whatever night. You would have whatever, man. All kind of crazy. Shit. So if you type Nye, nothing pops up. But if you put the T here, Black Knight 666, probably a white boy. Oh, is it an Arab? What is it? Kind of East Indian, something like that? I don't know what this is actually. Huh? I didn't know that. But these people, they always had these names, man. They always had these usernames with 666. Hey, this is a beautiful thing. They all. Oh, I'm about to click on this one. I see some brother pictures and just our people. I want to see that. Yeah, because if you grew up around the 80s and 90s and stuff like that, what's gonna happen? All your superheroes are gonna be caucus skinned. So now with the software thing that they created, which they call AI, you can actually create black characters, and then you can have boy. If I had this when I was young, my fantasy I would have been too proud because I would have made all my characters black. But it's good that it's good. Everything happens for a reason, and that also keeps me my childhood not too proud. But like I said, I always saw cartoons as I put myself there, meaning when you're small, you play these characters, and it wasn't really a race thing to me in my head. I just play a character. But I do know that these caucus, these motherfuckers, they hate seeing us in their fantasy world. That's why they have a problem with all these characters turning into Jacob descendants. They hate it. But anyway, it's their own people doing it to them anyway, so yeah. But that just shows you that the hatred is there. And, they rather want an Asiatic person or a caucus person, actually topmost, that they want, to play the characters. They even got Genghis Khan looking like a caucus. Wait, let me show you something. Look what they're doing. Genghis Khan, the conqueror. Was Genghis Khan a Caucasian male? Here, the true appearance of whatever, red hair and green eyes, because now that's what they say that he had. So-called orange hair and green eyes and all that type of stuff. So they're trying to steal from them. Here, another one. This is what George Kent Genghis Khan actually looked like. He's an Edomite Fuck all that extra shit. You're a devil. Anyway, spread Christianity throughout lands his empire conquered, and independent Baptist, whatever, man. Whatever. And then you have this guy, which is, I forgot his name actually. It says right here. Whoa, who knew Genghis Khan was actually white? See, but this is, what's his name again, man? John Wayne, if I'm correct. Let me see. Wait. Right. So it says here John Wayne as Genghis Khan before here it comes. This is why I believe in Obadiah 1 and 18. This is one of the many reasons. Before political casting ruined everything. So they hate the fact that they can't be all the characters anymore. Because that's what they used to do. If you look at the older movies, in many movies, we don't exist in their movies. So if you was to see their movies, because back in the days, you know, I gave examples. For example, if aliens came here and didn't know what was going on and they watched television, they wouldn't see us. Because we were not on the television like that, like how we are now. And it bothers them. I find that hilariously great. Hey, wait a minute, is the dark skinned person there? No. Huh? What is that? So, probably somebody that they painted or something. You know, put something on his face. Anyway, so they've been stealing. But yeah, so I think I'm done. Their number is 666, and back in the days, on YouTube also, you always saw their username and then you saw 666, because that is their spirit, man. They align with their with their father. That's where they tap their source from. Like we get it, well, not specifically from the mountain, but we get it from Mount Zion, and which is Yahweh Bashem Yahasha. He's not there on the mountain because it says it right here. He's not there, but he is there, but he's not there. You know. Let me leave it with this one. 2 Chronicles 2 and 6. But who is able to build him an house, seeing the heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain him? Who am I then, that I should build him an house, save only the burnt sacrifice before him? Because it says right here, verse 12, 1 Kings 8:12. Then spake Solomon, Yahweh said that he would dwell in the thick darkness. I have surely built thee an house to dwell in, a settled place for thee to abide in forever. But will Yahweh indeed dwell on earth? Behold, the heaven and the heaven of heavens cannot contain thee. How much less this house that I have builded? Verse 30. So 1 Kings 8 and 30. And hearken thou to the supplication of thy servant and of thy people Israel, when they shall pray toward this place that I build. Hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place. And when thou hearest, forgive. 39. So toward this house we pray, which is Jerusalem's side. Then hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place, and forgive. Verse 43. Hear thou in heaven thy dwelling place. That's it. In heaven thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause. If we give the prayers and supplication, which is forgiveness and stuff like that, being sorry for what we did and all that, they're begging. Right. So the Most High is in heaven. But his earthly tabernacle would be then therefore in the Ark of the Covenant. Here, it says here. First Samuel 4:4. So the people sent to Shiloh, to Shiloh, that they might bring from thence the ark of the covenant of Yahweh the power, the Lord of hosts, which dwelleth between the cherubims. 2 Samuel 6:2, and David arose and went with all the people that were with him to Baal of Judah, to bring up from thence the ark of the Heavenly Father, whose name is called by the name of Yahweh, the Lord of hosts. He's the army that dwelleth between the cherubims. And what is between the cherubims? This, the mercy seat. He's right there. Right. Why? Because it says it right here. Exodus chapter 25, if I'm correct. Let me see. Exodus 25 and 22. And there will I meet thee, and I will commune with thee from above the mercy seat, from between the two cherubims, which are upon the ark of the testimony. What does commune mean? Commune means sharing one's intimate thoughts or feelings with someone, especially on a spiritual level. That is commune. Of all things which I will give in commandment unto the children of Israel. So this is our governing body. This is where the governing body came from, on what to do and stuff like that. That's why they said this is one of the governing bodies, not all the time. Not only, I should say. It's all the time, but not only. That's what I mean. Sorry. 1 Samuel 9 and 9. But before time in Israel, when a man went to inquire of the Heavenly Father, thus he spake, Come, and let us go to the seer. For he that is now called a prophet was before time called a seer. So this is how you commune with the Father also. But the high priest, oh yeah, here. Number 7 and 89. And Moses was gone into the tabernacle of the congregation to speak with him. Then he heard the voice of one speaking unto him from off the mercy seat that was upon the ark of the testimony, from between the two cherubims. And he spake unto him. So, yeah, I can go on and on, but I'm looking at the time because I lost it actually. I actually lost the time. Now I'm not playing, I lost it. But yeah, so I looked at it and I saw 2 hours, and then I kept on talking and then I lost it. Now I'll look at it again and be like, oh, right. But yeah, this was not supposed to be. I was only supposed to read this one. These. That's why I kept it so short. And then this one, and then this one. No, that was not the plan. This one was the plan, and this one was the plan, and that's it. That was the plan. It didn't work out like that. Yeah, at this point, I'm not even trying. But I know it might be not fun for everybody. Because I got a comment one time talking about, hey man, you need to make these videos 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Okay, I might try and stuff like that from time to time, you know. But if it's not a big thing, like I thought to myself, I'm not going to make a big video because, yeah, I was not thinking of anything else. I just was thinking about the World War III that's going on. Right? Well, the World War III has been going on since the Cold War, but it's getting closer. I'll just say that. And yeah, all these prophecies that need to come to pass. And yeah, this one I'm looking for. Watch this video, then you will see wars here. I mean, there's so many wars, man. You have no idea. You have no idea. You got Cambodia versus Thailand. I'm gonna show you quick wars. Check this out. Okay, these are the wars that have been going on for more than 100 years or something. But this not this specifically. But yeah, there have been going on wars for 60, nearly 100 years and stuff. A little bit more and a little bit less. It depends on the places. Let me just hit this one up. Look, 1948. Russia was actually all the way to here. These were the lands of Russia, which include Crimea. Well, Crimea not 100%, but they had somewhat power over it. Ukraine, they already had these lands. And then what happened? Then they actually expanded so Europe expanded their border toward the Russia side, and then they took over all the way to here, where the thicker red is, you know, the thicker red, and the lighter red is what they lost. They lost that. So it was the Roman Empire versus what I call the Greek, because if you look at their language, it's modeled after the Greek language, and the Romans is modeled after, the Europeans is modeled after the Roman language. Anyway, so this is the war that they had with the Berlin Wall in Germany. It was a war between Russia and Europe, and of course America, of course. But a lot of people don't know that. They just think the Germans are hating on each other. Cool cat. Now you have this same thing here with North Korea versus South Korea. It was North Korea and China were backing up. Russia and China were backing up North Korea, and then South Korea was backed up by the United States and, of course, Europe, the UN. But later on, they started to join more forces, and then you can see Ethiopia here with them also. You're gonna die once that time comes. The Ethiopians shall be also slain by my sword, saith the Lord. It already happened back then, but it's going to happen now once more again as prophecy, because they're really pushing it, because they just joined forces. If you watch that video that I just posted, well, I'm gonna post it. If you watch that video, you will see the first time in history forever, the Ethiopians are now acknowledged by the Amalekites. Oh, them Ethiopians! It's like them hearing the words, "You're part of us." Oh my God! Whatever. They start singing this shit because they really want to be accepted by the caucus. It's like a house Negro that is finally allowed in the house. You know, in the dog pen in the house, but still he in the house. And he feels good about it. He start barking too. You know? Okay. The point is, this war between North Korea and South Korea is actually a caucus war. That's why South Korea advanced so fast, because they gave them stuff. They gave them stuff. North Korea is still in the past, because the Edomites didn't give them stuff. Japan too. They gave them stuff. They helped them. And they set them up. Okay, so now let me see here. You have then therefore also, this is the East and West Berlin until this day, but they're now, you know, part of one another and stuff like that. Then you have the war that's going on now, 11 months ago. I think it's a year ago now, you know, but yeah. So you have American forces with Morocco fighting against Algeria, but why? For West Sahara, the substances that's there, the mineral resources, sorry. But it's China, because it says here, Algeria, the same with Russia and China arms as, but anyway, if you watch this video, you will see that Algeria is backed up by Russia and China, and then Morocco is backed up by Europe, sorry. Where is that picture? Here? Yeah. It's backed up by Europe, and also, of course, Amalek, and also, of course, America, of course. So, what is this war actually really about? It's Russia versus China, versus America once more. And then you have here in Thailand, you have the French, but wait, I have another picture. Here you have the Panama Canal, you have China versus America once more again, and of course Russia is also with them, but you don't see that flag. But here, there's another war going on, and this is about a few months ago. I took the picture when it was 3 months, but now it's maybe like 5 months or something. Like, I don't know. I haven't checked. It's something like that. I don't know anymore. So, if you watch this, you will see that these people have been proxy war fighting for a long time. So, if you don't know what a proxy war is, what is a proxy war in simple terms? A proxy war is a conflict where two major powers, America and Russia, use third parties, these dummies, such as smaller nations, rebel groups, or mercenaries, to fight each other indirectly rather than engaging in direct combat. So, my point again. The World War III has been going on since, let me see, where is it? Here. Since here. And even before this. I'll show you another picture. Okay. So you have that, then therefore here in this country. This is now. This is not no 50 years ago. This is happening now. Right? This is happening. They're fighting right now. And this one is happening now also. And this one is happening. Thailand versus Cambodia. They're fighting too. Cambodia is backed up by China. And Thailand is backed up by America. You know, they fuck their daughters and stuff like that. Cambodia, they fuck their daughters too. But still, them Cambodians, they want to be with them Chinese people. And also Hong Kong. I didn't even think about that. Hong Kong is backed up by America. And China, of course, is backed up by Russia and stuff like that. So they're fighting because Hong Kong don't want to be a part of China. Here, here, protest shooting China inside Hong Kong. Okay, so what do you have here? Here. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. These are what you call Supreme House Negroes, but fuck them. What you would call that, but anyway, Supreme House Chinese. What? They say God save the Queen. Okay, that's what they're saying. They holding up the English flag because Hong Kong was a of England. It was from 41 until 81. So in 1841 until 1981, it was a crown colony of the United Kingdom, Hong Kong, British Hong Kong, and they want to stay that way. They want to stay there. They don't want to have nothing to do with China. They fight against them. One country, two system is bad, so they want to be serving under England. Declaration of Void. What was that?
In the Sino-British Joint Declaration, it was promised that Hong Kong people would enjoy basic human rights and such protection. For example, freedoms of speech, freedom of assembly, and
take immediate action on China not honoring the Sino-British. What the hell does it say right there, boy? I don't know.
Protest.
Joint what?
And we were also
joint declaration. Okay, what? Hey, I'm not gonna go back. Yeah, but the point is that they don't want to have nothing to do with it. And this is China. Well, they say Hong Kong is not China. That's what they say. So yeah, let me go on. It's a war going on around there. And guess who's fighting that war? Actually, it's actually America. And then they give them the taste of the so-called freedoms of the Caucasus, and they hooked. They want that water. They want to drink the waters of Esau. But they don't see sodomites popping up, and they don't care. They don't want to see a lot of weird things. They don't even care. They be like, yeah, everybody needs to be left alone and do what they want, as long as they don't hurt nobody, right? As long as they don't hurt nobody, right? But anyway, that's that war going on over there. Thailand and China, Cambodia, fighting. You have these countries fighting. China versus India is going on right now too. As we speak, you can look that up too, if you want to. You have these wars here in the India waters and stuff like that. USA, Australia, but wait, let me see what other pictures. Basically, it's China against India, but India is being backed up by USA, by Australia, by Japan, by Indonesia, France. They're being backed up, but you know what the funny thing is? And China is fighting them kind of all alone. And they still can't really make big moves and stuff like that because they're scared. Kind of funny. And Russia also is alone. And then all these groups be fighting against Russia. Yeah, I know Russia and China, they do join forces with each other. But still, it's just funny. You have all these nations getting together to fight them. And by the way, the Mosai is going to do this too. All the heathen nations are going to get together to fight us. Zechariah chapter 14 says that. Okay. Then you have another war, which is going back to since 1927. That's why I said it's longer than 100 years. They're already kind of, hidden. Not yet. The hard one is not yet. But it's getting close. The hard ones, the hard punches is being thrown now in Iran and stuff like that. But around here, it was like, psh, 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 you know, screaming like a little bitches just said. But you have here, since 1927, you have Russia backing up the Communist Party of China, and then you had the Republic of China, which was a friend of Esau. And then the Most High put in the spirit of the kings of Moab and the other kings of Esau, Edom, and then they slowly but surely started to take over the Republic of China. And then eventually they swallowed them all up because everybody gathered themselves onto Mao. All the other Chinese people, they gathered themselves onto Mao. And then Tibet fled away. That's one of the reasons why India and China are fighting now for that's one of the reasons, because there is another reason too, and that reason is the line. They want land. The line for their borders. They want that. But the other reason is that China is angry that the Dalai Lama or something like that, the Dalai Lama guy thing, he fled, and then he got protection in India. They couldn't kill him. Believe me, until this day, they wanted to kill that guy. China wanted to kill that guy really, really bad, but he fled into India, and they couldn't pursue him. And India did not give that man up. And since that day, they had kind of troubles. China really wanted to kill that guy from Tibet, which is also part of Moab. Probably one of the other brothers or something. The descendants, I should say. Because there's only two brothers, Ammon and Moab. That's why Korea, Japan, and no, what was it again? I think it was Korea, yeah. Korea. Because Korea used to be on mainland China, and then they fled over here. And then you had, let me see what is it again, Japan, yeah. They fled also from mainland China. But you have to understand, Moab and Ammon used to be together. And then they broke off. So, they split their ways. And therefore, Ammon is different than the Chinese. But the Koreans, they kind of almost like Japanese, but not 100%. But if you look at the North Koreans, you will see that, hey, wait a minute, these people kind of look Chinese, but they don't. But they do, but they don't. It's really crazy, man. The Mongolians are different too. You know, I'm fascinated with that. I'm not fascinated. I'm interested. Looking at their faces and stuff like that. You know, looking at their learning, you know, internet learning and stuff. But let me go on. So the point is that the Republic of China, they got beaten down, and then they ran to Taiwan. And now, that's where they are. This is why America has such a good relationship with them. Not just because they love them, because they are the joy of Esau. They fuck them. They fuck them from time to time, and they do stuff with them, you know? They hate them too, but they fuck them more. And I am talking sexually. But, yeah. They hate them too, but like I said, they fuck them too. So, yeah. Anyway, so that is the war that's been going on since 1927. Yeah, 1927. It was earlier than that. It was 1927 they made their move, but it was before that. Yeah, so it's longer than 100 years. It's actually nearly 100 years. We're not in 2027 right now. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. But like I said, do you think that they took the land over in a year? No. It took time. It took time before they gathered their troops, before they gathered their might, gathered their money, and all that there. So that war must have been going on since 1924, 25. I don't know exactly the time. I can look it up, but I'm not going to. But I know that, for example, a book is not written in a day or a year or maybe 2 years. You know, you need time. And then when you publish the book, it looks like, you know, you published it that year. Yeah, you did publish it that year, but you didn't make it that year. You started maybe 3 years before. Some people take 10 years. It depends, man, you know? It depends. Okay, but the point is, this is another proxy war. Now, America is using the Republic of China, which is Taiwan, using them to fight against China and backing them up and helping them and all that type of stuff. You know, claim but not control. I think this is Tibet, if I'm correct. Let me see. Tibet on road. Yeah, that was Tibet. Right. They couldn't really control that, but because they have a different following, I should say, they kind of have a different god or something like that, and China can't stand that shit, and they want to kill him. You know, because look, China wanted to kill. He fled from China, which is Tibet. Here, Dalai Lama escaped from Tibet, but it was still called China at that time because he wanted to rule over them. He probably wanted taxes and stuff. they want that money. And there's mineral resources there too. But anyway, they want that money. They was trying to kill him. And then he fled into India. And since then, thousands of Tibetans have fled after a failed uprising. They want to fight the China, but you can't. They're going to kill you. And they won. And they keep on winning. And then he fled to India and stayed there. And since that day, why did I Wisconsin mail down in China? Because he's alive. They want him dead. Because as long as he look, I remember Mac Dre. I even remember Tupac, right? So when Tupac was alive, the whole group was still in the spotlight. But as soon as he died, the whole light that shined upon him was gone. And after that, I never heard anything about them anymore. And that happens to all these groups that might consist of 5 guys, you know, but the one is the one with the real talent that everybody really goes toward the shows for or listens the album for. You know, the other guys are just side quests and side characters and stuff like that. So once you snuff out the light, then the rest scatter because they don't have the mind like that guy right there. And oh yeah, King David also. Here, 2 Samuel 21 and 17. But Abishai, the son of Zeruiah, secured him and smote the Philistine and killed him. Then the men of David sware unto him, saying, Thou shalt go no more out with us to battle. Why? That thou quench not the light of Israel, because you're going to demotivate them. If you take off the head, that's why. Sammy the Bull got a deal, but he murdered many people on the count of the boss, that John Gotti fool. That guy, there's nothing. He was the guy that was causing him to make moves and other people to make moves because he told them to. And then they didn't want him. They got him, but they didn't want him. They wanted him. They wanted the head. And actually it did work because it always works. It doesn't matter what nation does it. It always works. Once you kill the head, then the rest of them, they kind of dwindle away. Because they have nothing. They have no motivation. They have nobody in their ear. Unless there's another guy that was dying to take this spot. But a lot of times it doesn't grow big in just like how their leader was. But sometimes it does. It actually could grow bigger. But still, yeah. After this one, it was done. It was done. It was gone. You know? Okay. That's what they want to do with this guy. But they can't catch him. So, basically, there's a lot of proxy wars going on. There's many more. I can't count them all. But you have a lot of wars going on. But I just looked at bigger ones, you know. Well, not big, actually. But ones that really matter for World War's sake. That's actually what I should have said. Because you have Armenia versus Azerbaijan. That's not really big, but they're killing each other there too. They're snuffing each other out. So you have many wars and rumors of wars going on upon the planet Earth. And I just saw a new here. So I'm gonna watch this one. Oh yeah. Forgot about that. So you have a lot of these Arabians. They're actually fighting with Iran right now. Iran also. Yeah, man. These Arabs are fighting with Iran too. Just like the Caucasus. But they ain't doing it for other reasons other than they want power over the region because they're fighting amongst each other. You know, you have they're killing one another. Saudi 6 King Slam. Let me see. Yeah, they died. Okay, so the last 6 were all the first one sons who died, and no, that's not actually what I'm looking for. Yeah, this one is whatever. But I'm looking for the ones that got murdered. Let me see. That got murdered. It's recently. One month ago, and I was not actually looking for that one, but yeah. There's many more. I don't know exactly what to type, but there's multiple ones that died. Multiple. And people are saying it's... Where is he? Can't see him. The other guy, that's Bin Salman or something. I think it's this one. Yeah, this guy. People are saying it's him. But it's all good, man. Make them smoke each other, man. You know? This guy is dead. You know? But yeah, they're murdering each other, man. They're murdering each other for their money. Okay, cool. They're murdering each other for their money, you know? They're greedy for their money. And by the way, if you don't know how big Saudi Arabia is, I just showed you, by the way, I think. Let me see. Here. This is Saudi Arabia. It's bigger than you think. And then they have wars with Yemen, and they're bombing Yemen too. Oh, that's also going on. I forgot that part. Let me see. You're going to see it here somewhere. I think it's here. Here. Yeah. They be bombing the shit out of this. I think this one, I think they're working together, something like that. And then they bomb in here. That's happening now. Right? So like I said, man, there's a lot of wars going on and rumors of wars. Here, you're going to see that they bombing and stuff like that.
STC that rapidly reversed all of the STC's gains.
So they've been bombing over here, and now they're here, bombing here. I think it's... Of course, you're going to see the fires and all that there, but... There's another thing to show that... Oh, yeah. They're also fighting here, but not only fighting. They are... Watch this video. Watch this video. It's going to explain it very good. I like this website, this profile thing, channel thing here. Anyway, they're bombing here now too, as you can see.
Their alleged support for the Muslim Brotherhood, a transnational super...
Yo, they're fighting all over the place, man. Wars and rumors of wars, all that thing. Qatar is fighting this place, not Qatar, sorry, Dubai. But yeah, like I said, watch the video, then it's going to explain it better than I can. So, I'm just kind of para-quoting what they said, what this guy said, by the way. And it's not a guy, it's a software talking. So, it's a software talking. I've been seeing that. I hear the voice and I'll be like, this guy always has the same tones. You could just hear it's a software because all the words, he says the same exact way. Ain't nobody in their mama could do that on planet Earth. Well, you can, but that's not it. It's a software. So in the beginning, I didn't know until I started dabbling up in that software thing and looking at that thing. I was like, I didn't know that thing was that good. It's actually better than you think. That thing is actually very good. I'm not into that shit. I clicked a few things. I tested a few things. I fixed my computer with a few things. Well, not a computer, my software. I was busy with the software, and it kept on crashing, and I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I asked the software, like, I gave him a log, and the log was very long. I'm not gonna read that. It's too long. I can't read that. It's too long. It's too long. So I gave the software everything, poop, and the motherfucker found the shit. I was like, hey, it found it. It found the thing, the code that was wrong. I didn't know it could do that. So since then, if I have like a software problem, I ask the computer like, hey, so when what do you see here that is not good connected to something like that? And then it tells you like, oh, this is the reason why the software is not starting, and you need to change this model, and you need to change that, and be like, what the fuck? This fucking thing is beyond. I'll tell you, Esau made a great software right there, you know, this software thing. I call it a software, not a goddamn AI, because this shit's stupid too, because it makes mistake. If you, in certain things, if you ask a question, it makes a mistake. But you know what the thing is? Look, I'm gonna give you an example. Look, check carefully. Maybe it's gonna go too fast, but I hope you see it. Look here. Here. Did you see that? Did you see that? It looks at Wikipedia. So this thing is not actually saying anything. It's a very sophisticated software. What it does is, okay, let me show you something. Another one. You're gonna see the Reddit logo. Give me details of. Look. Oh shit! Sorry. Look here. See? You probably didn't see it. It was looking up Reddit. It was looking up Reddit and YouTube videos and stuff like that. That's what it does. It goes to these websites and it finds it so fast you can't even shake it. You can't even blink. If you blink, you lost it. You didn't see it. And here, back in the days, you could see how many seconds it took for it to be able to find something. Maybe I have it here. Here, maybe. Oh yeah, look. It found 420,000 results in 0.66 seconds. That's not even 1 second. Boy, you know how fast this is. And I'm gonna give you just one last thing before I let it off. Before I set it off. Before I just stop the video. What's it again? Damn. Oh yeah. Listen carefully, okay?
One of the great minds of the information age is a Nigerian American.
One of the great minds of the information age is a Nigerian American.
Named Philip
Imugwali. Yeah. The software didn't spell it good. And that's what you had back in the days in the beginning of the software. It was all gibberish and garbage here. But now it's very good, actually. Still makes mistakes, but it's very good. They programmed it better. It isn't alive. It isn't sentient. It doesn't know, because it grabs information from other things, and then you think it's talking to you. It's not talking to you. It grabs from there and it gives it to you. That's how fast. And it looks like it's talking because it's fast. So it's not talking. It's programmed very good. But anyway, going on. He went on to invent a formula that led computers he invent a formula that makes computer. Wow, let me read it again. He invented a formula that led computers. That led computers to make 3.1 billion calculations per second. You know what that is? That is the internet. That is what he invented. This monkey says it, but they have snake tongue, so they're not going to promote this. They're not going to explain what the fuck he just said. You know, you need to figure it out for yourself. And it's a good thing too. It's like the Bible. The Heavenly Father put it out there, and then only the elect will understand it. And the rest, they were blinded. The same book is coming for your salvation, the chosen ones, which is, where was I reading? Oh yeah. Isaiah chapter 8, verse 14. And he shall be for a sanctuary to the elect. Where is that one again? Well, huh? Okay, let me leave it. And he shall be for a sanctuary to the elect, but for a stone of stumbling, and for a rock of offense to both the house of Israel, for a gin and for a snare to the inhabitants of Jerusalem, which is basically nowadays all 12 tribes. But in this case, it was for the northern tribers, and it was for Benjamin. Right, but the Most High, he got Judah too, separately. He got us all, so eventually. The whole house of Jacob. And he hides his face from the house of Jacob, and I will look for him. In the midst of Jacob, you will have descendants of Jacob that will look for the Lord, like, where are he at? And in that day, in those days, the Lord is going to come with a light, a candle light in the darkness, to look for the elect that are looking for him. And he's going to find you. And he's going to cause you to find him. He's going to make sure that you find him. Just like how these daughters of Esau, he makes sure that they find a way to spread their little butt cheeks. You know, looking all cute and all that type of stuff. Showing off their womb. You know, so you can put a baby in it. Don't do it, boy. You're gonna be in pain. I couldn't help but notice your pain. My pain, it runs deep. Share it. No, I ain't doing that one. You can share it with yourself. Yeah, man. Look at him crying. Look at him. I want a woman. Yeah? Oh, really? They're losing the power over their women.
Something.
They're losing it.
Something.
Nigger lovers. Yeah, this is so funny, man. I'm telling you, man, this is the funniest thing in existence. I can't stop laughing. You know, rejoice, for your salvation is near. The joy is looking at them losing it. It's great. Blessed is he to see the fall of his enemy. Beautiful. But yeah, the point is, he shall be a sanctuary to the ones on the right, and a stone of stumbling to the ones on the left. You're gonna die. They're gonna die. But yeah. He didn't explain further.
Some people call him the Bill Gates of heaven.
Fuck Bill Gates. He's not the one that invented anything, because Bill Gates is the one that stole the companies from other people, like the Steve Jobs guy, Steve Jobs or Steve Jock, whatever his name is. And then he died mysteriously. I already know what. It's like Eazy-E. That thing that he died from was that was not what you think it was.
But what I want to say,
Trying to compare him to a fucking nothing. Goddamn. You know what? I can't watch this shit right now. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. It's irritating because he's comparing you to a fucking fool, like a nothing, a Nepo baby. That's what they're lying to you, man. First and foremost, like I said, Bill Gates didn't invent shit. He stole shit. He bought shit. He killed shit, murdered shit. You know? But anyway, he murdered people for his status. You know, his so-called friends. I bet your ass Steve Jobs thought to himself, like, damn, they're trying to kick me out. Yeah, they were. Before he died. Fuck all of them, man. Before he died, horrible too, though. Oh boy. Before he died, they made sure they stole everything from him in his face. And he was complaining, but he couldn't, because he was weak. He couldn't talk that much. You know? They're stealing everything in front of me. My whole life's work. Go, save your strength. Fuck him. And so with that, I'm going to say shalom.